Allahabad High Court APS Series Exercise 21 at the speed of 110 words per minute. Be ready. Start. The law on breach of contract and contractual damages primarily find their source in law in sections 73 and 74 of the Contract Act 1872, of which section 73 pertains to damages in general and section 74 deals with what is generally known as liquidated damages. Stop para. This piece focuses on the general principles of the law on damages for breach of contract under section 73. It does not cover principles pertaining to liquidated damages covered by section 74 or any aspects of the third paragraph of section 73, that is compensation for failure to discharge obligations resembling those created by a contract or of any quantum merit claims. Stop para. When contract has been broken, the party who suffers by such breach is entitled to receive from the party who has broken the contract compensation for any loss or damage caused to him thereby, which naturally arose in the usual course of things from such breach, or which the parties knew when they made the contract to be likely to result from the breach of it. Such compensation is not to be given for any remote and indirect loss or damage sustained by reason of the breach. Stop para. Compensation for failure to discharge obligation resembling those created by contract. When an obligation resembling those created by contract has been incurred and has not been discharged, any person injured by the failure to discharge it is entitled to receive that same compensation from the party in default as if such person had contracted to discharge it and had broken his contract. The existence of a concluded contract is a sine qua non in a claim for compensation under Section 73. In the absence of a concluded contract, a claim under Section 73 would not be maintainable. Moreover, the contract must be valid and not void under any of the provision of the Contract Act, nor should it have become impossible for of performance bracket unless such impossibility arises from an act of the defaulter or was anticipated and guarded against in the contract bracket close. However, if may be borne in mind that in the case of void agreements, Section 65 of the Contract Act stipulates restitution of any advantage gained thereunder. Stop para. It is only upon a breach of contract that there can be any question of awarding damages under this provision. The plaintiff is required to prove that there is a breach of contract by the defendant. Further, if the plaintiff has contributed to the breach, he cannot claim damages. Certain eventualities, such as those contemplated in sections 53, 54, 63, 67 of the Contract Act, could also bar a party from claiming damages. Stop para. A contract cannot provide that one party will be the arbitrator to decide whether he committed breach on the other party committed breach. That question can also be decided by only an adjudicatory forum, that is, a court or an arbitral tribunal. Compensation is payable for breach of contract only where damage or loss is caused by such breach. If damage or loss is not suffered, the law does not provide for a windfall. Stop.